XFL drop a little subtle hint of former team colors returning. Did you see this? So when the XFL had its very first town hall, where they announced the area teams and the cities and locations they would be playing in 2023. After the official city announced, they assigned each coaching staff to a particular city. And we know each team's names, logos, or branding, but the XFL possibly dropped some hints on social media and their website when they released the announcement. So you got Bob Stoops in Arlington, light blue. Doesn't that look like the Renegades colors? The XFL not only teased the possible return of specific teams for the 2020 season, but even put the primary colors of those locations behind each head coach. First, we got the Arlington team, where Bob Stoops will coach again. This time, the Arlington team, instead of the former Dallas team, the head coach, as we can see behind him, shows the very light blue shade. Here are the remaining 7 cities and coach graphics, each with the primary color in their photos. St. Louis, Anthony Becht. Doesn't that look like the Battlehawks blue? Looks like that to me. Now, San Antonio. This one is interesting. Yellow, of course, there is the yellow in the Steelers for Heinz Ward and San Antonio, but we don't know the name of the San Antonio franchise. So their color is yellow. That's going to be interesting. So that was the new one. Of course, with the Steelers, he was with 13 years with the Steelers. Does this most likely be a brand new team and color scheme? And it could be something that Heinz Ward put his 2 cents in and suggestions of the new franchise. We don't know. Clearly, it doesn't match the San Antonio Commanders colors, so don't worry about that. Either way, definitely San Antonio is going to get a new color scheme, new team name. That we'll have to see with that, but their primary color is yellow. Seattle, green, back at it again. The Seattle Dragons, the color does match the green from the colors from the Dragons. So would we see the Dragons again? I don't see why not. Washington, D.C., Reggie Barlow, my guy. That's my coach. Got the red and white. D.C. Defenders, they were red. I think that's what they'll go back to. Maybe just a little tweaking of the logos. We'll have to find out. But the DC Defenders keeping that red primary logo. Las Vegas, another new team. Remember, we thought maybe Las Vegas could be technically considered, the Wildcats or whatever. They're saying the light red behind Rod Woodson, similar to the LA Wildcats, but there's a darker tone red, and their primary color was orange. It could be like San Antonio and be a brand new team coming to Las Vegas, and that will not represent any previous team like New York or Los Angeles, who are no longer part of it. Now, this is the thing. I don't think they're going to use the Wildcats or Guardians names because they could bring the Wildcats and Guardians back. Orlando, Terrell Buckley got that bright green. That's the same green as the Tampa Bay Vipers that they played with in 2020. So maybe Orlando is just the Orlando Vipers. I don't see why not keeping it there. Houston, dark blue, identical to the Roughnecks logo and the colors but we all know that the Roughnecks name could stay. It's just the logo needs to change differently. So there you have, so we'll have to see how that comes out. So there is a lot of hints in these things, but definitely the new franchises, it looks like all the new franchises are going to get a new colors and new team names. I think San Antonio and Las Vegas will basically be the new ones. I think Orlando will just be the Vipers. But we'll have to find out. When we find out, that's the question. Is it in the next month? Is it the next couple of weeks? Is it the next 2-3 months? We'll just have to find out. But at least maybe they'll be giving us more hints down the road.